Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to fix a MacBook. Here we have an A1708 that appears to be not turning on. Let's open up the bottom of this MacBook and try and figure out why it's not turning on, then see if we can fix it. We're going to make this MacBook work because we believe in the future and the power of the innovation economy. I used the buzzword and my screwdriver literally dropped out of my hand as I said it. Like I went innovation economy. Little weehaw screwdriver could tell I was being full of shit.
Innovation.
Couldn't you, weehaw? Couldn't you, weehaw? Oh, you're so good, little weehaw. You're a good little weehaw. You're not part of the innovation economy now, are you?
Innovation.
All right, so the first... Oh, no. Warranty sticker. What are you? Who are you? What company are you? No. No. Not a foreign warranty sticker. No. You're on the motherboard. Oh, that looks like flux. By what I imagine is a RAM chip.
No.
Oh. So over here, you can see that when the battery is unplugged, we're drawing 5 volts at 0.00 milliamps. This is not common. I'm not used to drawing 0.00 milliamps. That's very strange. You should be drawing something, anything. Even if it's, 0.02 or something like that, if PM Sleep S4L is missing, that does worry me. So let's take
ERICA.
Cindy with a Y.
No.
What's your name, girl? What's your name?
Erica. I've seen Erica. AIRWRECKA. I think it's kind of funny. Let's see.
We're going to give this board a look-see and see what's happening with it. Oh, no. No. Okay, let's see. Erica,
Wait.
what do you see, girl?
A bunch of things.
All right, tell me what you notice.
Innovation.
There's some kind of blob on the bluish looking square.
Can you point to it? How about this? I will have my tweezers here, and you tell me when I'm by this thing?
Yeah.
Where's the blob?
Go up, right. No, down.
The other right.
Huh?
Down?
Okay, go up.
Up.
Oh wait, maybe that's just a smear. Do you see that one? Oh wait, right here, little lower.
Ah, yes, this thing. Do you know what that is?
No.
That is flux residue. Do you know what flux residue means?
It's the secret sauce.
What does it mean if flux is on a board?
Magical things happen.
What does it mean if flux is on a board before I opened it and did anything to it?
Someone worked on it.
What does that mean for my likelihood of fixing this?
Not very good.
What does that mean for my likelihood of making money from this repair?
Well, it's possible. You just have to fix their mistakes.
What does that mean for my incentive and general morale and excitement towards working on this particular MacBook?
Not very high. But you may want a challenge.
You know me well. So, let's go over what's going on here and why I went straight to this chip. So the first thing to understand here is that on this machine, in order for the charger to speak to the machine and, just turn on to 20 volts, it needs to talk to these two CD3215 chips over here. So this charger, it can put out multiple different voltages. It can put out 5 volts if it's plugged into my LG phone. It can put out 9 volts if it's plugged into my LG phone, but the screen is off, in which case it'll fast charge. And it can put out 20 volts plugged into a MacBook, but it needs to talk to the computer in order to do that. And in order to do that, let's just open up a schematic and a board view. Schematic. Board view. It's this chip. This chip is going to deal with speaking to the charger. Now, this chip is powered by none other than voltage in, up here, PP3V3_G3 hot. Now, let's see if PP3V3_G3 hot is present on this MacBook. That is going to be the rail that is required for all of these chips to actually work and turn on. We're going to turn on Paul Daniels' multimeter software. Let's see if Erica is a good luck charm and Paul Daniels' software works while in her presence.
Innovation.
0 volts. So let's go over the circuit responsible for creating PP3v3_G3 hot and see how that works. PP3v3_G3 hot is created. This over here is the circuit responsible for creating PP3v3_G3 hot. It looks very similar to the circuit responsible for creating something called PP3v42_G3 hot in the older machines. Now, if you take a look at this circuit, it's very similar. It's got your input from the battery, your input from the charger, and then over here, it's going to take that 18 or 12 volts in and turn it into 3.3 volts out. However, it needs to turn on, and the way this chip is going to turn on is when it gets voltage at its enable pin. The enable voltage is going to come from PM_EN P3v3_G3 hot_R, which comes from R6991, which comes from PM_EN P3v3_G3 hot. How do I know that this is a signal that goes into it rather than out? Besides the fact that a chip is not going to want to enable other stuff, this means enable for this chip, it also says in over here, which is important. See where it says in? All right. Now, if we click on this to try to figure out where it comes from in the schematic software that's coded by Paul Daniels, you'll see that that comes from U7000. U7000 is the chip that's going to create that. U7000 is the ISL 9239, conveniently available on store.rossmangroup.com. Listed as ISL 6259 in the schematic because the person who put together the schematic is too lazy to put down the right thing. And the unauthorized repair people are the one that shouldn't have access to the diagrams. Perhaps if we had access to the diagrams, we'd be able to correct them. But I digress. If we go down here, you'll see that that chip looks like shit, which means that somebody probably tried to reflow it or simply tried to solder it on and was unable to do it properly. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm not even going to measure to see if that signal's there. I know it's not there because some dumbass messed with the chip. So let's see what they did. We're just going to put a very small amount of flux over there. Reasonable amount.
It's like a pea-sized.
Exactly. It's like a tiny, it's just a pea. It's barely any flux at all, Erica.
Like how much they recommend you to use for brushing your teeth, right?
Yep, just like brushing your teeth, girl. Just like brushing your teeth.
By the way, Oriole is doing good. He was very low energy. I believe he noticed we were gone because when he saw us, he just wanted greenies from us and more food.
All right, what do you think we're going to find under this chip?
Gold.
Does heating kill the cheap? With my gas bill, it sure does. I pay something like $300 to $500 a month in the winter for gas, and I am very cheap. That does kill me. It does piss me off. Luckily, I enjoy the cold. I love the cold, so in my apartment in the winter, there's never heat on.
What?
Ever. At all. I think it's great. I think there's absolutely no need to waste money on heat because I enjoy a naturally cold environment.
You want to be a popsicle?
I like being a popsicle. How do you feel about 7-degree weather outside, Erica?
Terrifying. I don't know if the human body is supposed to handle that low temperature.
You come from a fairly cold environment, though, don't you?
No, Hawaii is not cold. It's very tropical. You know, it's land of the beaches, not the frozen beaches either. And the palm trees, not the pine trees.
Hey. I really did. I got confused between palm tree and pine tree.
He was recording something, and he was saying, and the pine tree keeps on pining, and we're on the beach, and people were like, you know, what's going on? What is this pine tree, palm tree, palm tree?
What did I say? I said like the ocean keeps oceaning or something?
Yeah, and the pine tree keeps on pining.
That is not the sound of a phone ringing. That is not the sound of PM Sleep S4L missing or an Apple chime. That is not the sound of a customer complaining that if they don't have it done in 1 hour, they will leave a 1-star Yelp review and that we should really listen to them because they are an leader on Yelp and their review matters. That is the sound of waves hitting up against the beach, the shore. In, and then the waves go out. And the waves come in, and the waves come out. This little torch over there continues to burn. The pine tree continues to pine, and the ocean continues to ocean.
Yes, on the
Went
sandy
dumbass.
beaches, per Lewis, there is a pine tree.
Yeah, I was going to install a split system that had that, which requires access to... requires me being able to communicate with the building. We finally got communication with them after 3 months. All it took was me calling them a slumlord in a video that had 100,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah, because you're an influencer now, so you
Yep.
can influence.
So far, being an influencer has not been good for anything but heat.
I don't know.
I
Your,
thought-
your influencer status backfired on you with the landlord.
Yeah, I influenced the landlord to think I'm a cunt. Oh, man. Honestly, I'm glad that happened, though.
When
Like
the
that,
power's too strong.
no, that place was going to cost me, on the low side, was about $150,000 to renovate, fix all the shit up. The demolition clause, even though we got it negotiated up to $200,000, given the cost of construction, them amortizing it so every year $20,000 comes off wasn't going to work anymore. They weren't interested in going back and forth on negotiations any more than they already did. And getting 6 months free was going to be virtually impossible. And upgrading that store to... Do you seriously just fly into the air filter? Really? My chip just flew away into the air filter.
Bye-bye.
Davidson ate my chip. You
Bye-bye.
bastard. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
The UFOs took it.
Come back. Oh, are you it? Are you my chip?
That little thing?
Wait, is this the one that I threw away or is this the new one? No, this is the old one. That has balls missing. Where's my chip? Where'd you go?
Hey, why are you throwing it on the floor?
Because that's how I
What
know
is
it's...
that? Like the next dimension or something?
It's actually the fifth dimension. The sixth or the fifth dimension. I
gosh.
forget what I call it. My chip just flew. You
Your
fucking
chip
piece
just
of
flew. Net on your fume extractor?
shit. No.
No?
You got to squeeze your way in, says Oleg Sirko, for $1.99.
Yeah, you know. Has to fit in nicely. To get into the spots around here. You bump into one another pretty quick, easily.
Sometimes you just have to shove your way in.
Yeah.
Sometimes people may tell you you're in the wrong spot
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes you just got to assert dominance.
and make it yours.
Hey,
Okay.
Catherine.
Catherine's here. How are you doing today? Lewis, do you know if it's worth it or possible to replace or upgrade the GPU in a W520 ThinkPad? Worth it? Are you? No. No. Again, worth it is subjective. Worth it is subjective. In my opinion, fuck no. I mean, a MacBook Air has got to probably have a better GPU than that thing by now. It's just, even if you upgrade it, it's going to be, you have limited options to put in there. I wouldn't do it. If you want to do it for lulz, go for it. But you're going to waste a lot of time, a lot of money trying to find a chip that's actually good. You're trying to find a BGA chip to an 8-year-old laptop that hasn't been produced in God knows how long. What you get is going to be garbage. So they said no to your terms. 30th is dead now. Yeah, they were 30th was open to... They were open to 4 months free rather than 3. Since I'm going to be redoing, I'm going to be spending, you know, an additional probably 10 or 15,000 on an electrician to get their stuff up to code. The construction went considerably over what I thought. 4 months. And part of that is probably influenced by the fact that they saw me calling them,
Yeah. He dropped the C
liberal
word.
use of the C word. But
C word. That's not a very good negotiation tactic.
I thought I was leaving, and honestly, what that really taught me is when you leave and you walk away for a good reason, trust your decision.
Yeah.
I should have trusted my decision. I really should have. The guy really put some effort in on the phone to try to get me to reconsider the space, do another walkthrough, talk it over, think over the terms that would work for you. And honestly, at the end of the day, the terms that work is keep looking.
Yeah, and also, the other thing, too, is that you can walk away and say no, but once you drop the C word, expect the door to be shut. Slammed, actually.
When I slam the door, I prefer for that door to stay slammed shut because I slammed it for a good reason. And I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't trust myself and I decided to go back there. All right, let's see if this is still stuck at 5 volts, 0 amps. 5 volts, 20 milliamps. 12 volts, 19 volts, 20 volts, 600 milliamps. Yes! Yes! You work!
You did it.
I have achieved the innovation economy. I am part of the innovation economy. I am the innovation economy. Are you part of the innovation economy, girl?
I'm with you, so if you're part of it, I guess so too.
Damn straight. So let's go over what was going on here. It looks like
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
what was going on here. Actually, you know what? You know what? Let's see if you were paying attention. What was wrong with this board, girl?
Huh?
Yeah, you tell him.
Well,
No,
someone.
look.
Okay, someone tried to repair it and it didn't work, and then you had to go ahead and look at the power rails, which is the PP bus. And then you went ahead and you put a chip on there, and then that got sucked up into your holy fume extractor, and then you put another one, and then it worked.
What power rail was missing?
Uh,
What was the importance of the power rail that was missing?
it's the main power rail.
What does that power rail do? That's a
It,
buzzword, girl. You just said innovation economy.
Huh?
Main power rail. What is that power rail for?
I don't know.
Do you actually watch my content?
I watch it, but
Do you?
I do. But I only watch you. I don't watch the chips.
You don't watch.
Yeah.
I go cry now.
You're going to cry.
I cry.
Innovation.
So let's go what was wrong with this board. So it looks like the issue that we were having, thank you very much, Team D'Angelo, the issue we were having is that we're getting 5 volts in the charger and 0 milliamps. Not 0.02, which would be 20 milliamps. We're getting straight up 0. Now, in order for this charger to get to 20 volts, it needs to speak with a chip on the board, the CD3215. The CD3215 is a USB-C MUX chip included on any one of these machines that has a USB-C port. I also like to call a cloaca. It's kind of like a multi-purpose orifice, as a Frank would say. So what that chip needs is PP3V3_G3 hot in order to work. That's a power rail that's required for that chip to turn on, and if it's not present, it won't turn on. So when we decided to take a look, we saw that that power rail was missing, and that power rail is going to be enabled by the ISL 9239, which creates an enable signal that is required for the power rail to turn on. Now, what's going on with this board is that in order for PP3V3_G3 out to turn on, the chip needs to make it. In order for the chip to make it, the ISL 9239 needs to send out an enable signal. So we took a look at the ISL 9239 section of the board, and it looked like what I would expect from Asset Genie, actually. This looks like an Asset Genie warranty sticker. Oh, joy. Look at that. These are the same guys that used to reflow GPUs instead of replace C9560. Good job, Asset Genie. Good job, Asset Genie.
Innovation.
Asset Genie is also a company that thinks I owe them 5 or 10 LTN 154 BTO2s from 2011, which I don't. Keep track of your RMAs better. And keep track of whoever the fuck is diagnosing these boards. You reflowed the ISL 9239 without replacing it? Are you fucking serious? That's a $5 chip, you fucking noob! And I really wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't for the fact that they claimed that I owe them $2,000 worth of screens. That I don't. I sent them back to you. I sent you back your stinking RMAs, Jeremy Bilski. But anyway, the issue that we're having over here is that ISL 9239 that creates the enable signal was not creating the enable signal. So we took the old chip off, we put a new chip on, and now this board works. That's all it needed this whole time.
Innovation.
And a hug.
That's it. That's it. Let's see. So this was sent in by a school which I'm hopefully stealing from Asset Genie as a client. Take that, Jeremy Bilski. And that's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. See you in the next video, and...